doing?
What?
What in the world are you doing?
I am helping the GMC reroute their tree.
No. The GMC tree is a figurative tree, not a real tree.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Well, whose tree is this?
This is Mike Sigmund's tree. You can't cut this tree down.
I don't think Mike would mind. He'll do anything for the denomination.
I'm sure he would mind. Listen, it's freezing out here. Let's go in the office and I'll explain to you what I mean about regrowing the GMC tree.
That's a great plan. Let's go. Randy, thanks for letting me come into your office today.
You're welcome. This tree is a symbolic tree. Take your coat off and let's talk about it.
Great, thank you. I'm so excited about this.
So the GMC tree is a figurative tree. It's symbolic. The mission movement in our church, like this tree, has three parts. So we have the crown, the top, the leaves, and that's the missionaries in our international churches. Then we have the trunk, and that's the Global Ministries Commission, the home office, the committees that keep it all together. And then we have the roots. The roots are our local EC churches that provide all the nutrients that we need to the tree, the prayer and the personnel and the financial support.
So what do you mean about rerouting the whole tree?
Well, do you remember that story in Luke chapter 13, the guy that had the tree and it wasn't growing the way he wanted it to? So he says to his gardener, just cut it down. But the gardener said, no, we don't need to cut it down. Let's dig around the base and fertilize it and get the roots growing again, because the tree was still good.
So what I hear you saying is that we do not need to cut down the whole tree.
Right. We have a good, strong mission movement in the EC Church. I mean, we have 57 missionaries that are scattered around 12 different countries. We have 500 international churches in 6 different nations doing a variety of things. We have a whole group of local individual churches who have been praying and have been participating and have been giving. So we have a good solid tree. We don't need to cut it down and start all over.
So how are the congregations going to be able to help in this process?
Well, here's the idea. Remember the gardener in the passage in Luke? The idea is that we would raise up individuals or couples to be mission mobilizers. In essence, they would be little gardeners that would work alongside every local church to help them regrow the mission roots in their local church, and then all together that would regrow the roots in our whole EC denomination as far as missions is concerned.
So what's this idea about mission mobilizers?
Let's say you're the mission leader at your church, and your church doesn't have a mission committee, and you want a mission committee, but you don't know how to do it. So you would call me and say, hey, Randy, we need a mission committee at our church. I would have a person or a couple, a mission mobilizer that would be trained, and I would send them to your church, and they would work alongside of you to start a mission committee, or even to beef up your mission program, or to help you answer any mission questions that you might have at your church.
So who are these mission mobilizers?
Right now we're in the process of recruiting, and we're looking for individuals who have a passion for missions. They probably have some mission involvement in the past. They would be willing to meet with me on a regular basis throughout the year and be trained and coached, and then I can send them out as our mobilizers to work in the local churches.
Sounds great. If I'm just the average person sitting in the pew, what can I do to help this rerouting process?
That's a good question, because regrowing our roots is going to take a little time. The passage in Luke we looked at, the gardener said, give me a year. So it will take a little time. In the meantime, everyone sitting in our churches, every person involved in the EC Church could be praying, and specifically using our prayer calendar, the EC Scene, to pray for God's movement in our mission emphasis. Secondly, participating, being involved. Churches could group together and have a training seminar or have a fall or spring mission conference, and they could call me and I can help them to get that together. Be informed. Read The Window on the World. Check out our website. One cool thing we just did is we added a Global Ministries Commission group on Facebook. So you can go to Facebook and see up-to-date celebrations of what God is doing around the world. And of course, finally, give. The money part, which is not always the easy part, but it does take funds to keep the home office and everything else we're doing going. So every person could be giving financially.
So I didn't even need a shovel or a chainsaw to help this process along.
Yeah, that's good. The GMC tree is figurative, but regrowing our grassroots, getting our local EC churches connected into what God is doing around the world is definitely serious business. As you've heard, we're trying to recruit Mission Mobilizers to help regrow the grassroots of the mission movement in the EC Church. If you're interested in becoming a Mission Mobilizer or finding out more, feel free to contact me, call or email, or check out our website. You will find a ministry description of the GMC Mission Mobilizer listed there. Now, Mark, let's go get that chainsaw before Mike Sigmund calls campus security.
You're right.